What you're about to watch is a jaw-dropping tale of fame, power, and a hidden underground tunnel beneath one of Beijing's most exclusive museum complexes. We'll explore how superstar actor Yu Menglong may have been silenced, how a mysterious tunnel of secrets at the Qihao Museum plays into a high-stakes cover-up, and how whispers on the internet point to the brother of Xi Jinping controlling Beijing's celebrity scene. Stay with me, because by the end you'll understand why this isn't just another celebrity tragedy. It may signal the dangerous intersection of entertainment, money laundering, and political power. Hit like, subscribe, and let's dive in. Lights go down. The red carpet glitters. Flashbulbs pop. A smiling Yu Menglong walks into the event, humanizing the high-tier world of Chinese entertainment. But behind that gleam lies a chilling back row of contradictions: the sudden death of this rising star, the swift accidental fall verdict, and an underworld of whispers about locked tunnels beneath elite cultural institutions. Born in Uremi and breaking into the spotlight via singing and acting, Yu carved a respectable niche in the Chinese entertainment industry. He strolled the red carpets, accepted awards, and, on the surface, led the dream. But underneath, a raw tension. Fans loved his artistry, the system wanted his market value. That double pull is the first scene, the sparkle and the dread. On September 11, 2025, Yu was found dead, reported as an accidental fall from a Beijing high-rise after drinking. But something didn't sit right. The fall was ruled accidental, criminality dismissed, and the statement came within hours. Public reaction, outrage, suspicion, and one key question: why the rush to close the case? Here enters the most cinematic chapter: a hidden tunnel beneath Qihao Museum. Netizens allege that this tunnel was not just an architectural oddity, it functioned as a crude holding cell, a place where powerful players could manipulate, intimidate, or vanish someone entirely. According to online threads, though not officially confirmed, Yu had been taken, or had gone, through this underground passage after a private event at the museum. He emerged shaken. Then days later, dead. Picture this: you arrive at an evening networking gala at the museum. Champagne flows, you meet producers, art directors, industry beasts. One of them slips you a dossier. You know too much. You are gently invited to a lower floor. A door creaks. A hidden corridor. Lights flicker. Access cards beep. Silence. Then you're gone. The tunnel becomes dramatic. It's no longer a museum feature, it's a metaphor for how much power moves beneath surface glamour. Now the blockbuster twist: reports from outlets like Vision Times suggest that Xi Jinping, younger brother of Xi Jinping, may be behind this dark architecture of power. According to these claims, the apartment complex where Yu's fall was reported is part of a tycoon celebrity enclave tied to the Xi family. Residents were allegedly paid hush money after Yu's death. The tunnel beneath a prominent museum may have been one node in a network of control, bribery, silencing, disappearing. Suddenly, Yu isn't just a tragic actor. He's a pawn, or perhaps a threat, in a game where fame, money, and political lineage merge. Let's zoom out. The Chinese entertainment industry has long been closely monitored by the state. But what's less visible is how stars become entwined in high finance and high politics. The celebs are not merely adored, they're leveraged. Some key patterns emerging. Several young actors signed to Yu's agency reportedly died under suspicious circumstances. The official handling of Yu's death, a high-profile star concluded as an accident within hours, led to accusations of a cover-up. What happens when you know too much? In this tale, you vanish. The tunnel becomes literal. Scene 1. Gala lights. Yu enters the museum event. Laughter, toasts, camera shutters. Unknown to the crowd, in a basement corridor behind the main hall a door stands half open. Scene 2. The conversation turns. An elderly tycoon whispers into your ear. The museum has an annex. Go downstairs, he says lightly, there's a private exhibit. You descend. Lights low. The corridor smells faintly of old concrete and dust. You realize you've left the public glamour zone. Scene 3, you're alone, or so you think. Across from you is a small room. Someone enters. He says, you saw the ledger. Remember, silence. You freeze. The tunnel isn't just architecture, it's a warning. The door locks behind you. Scene 4, outside, the high-rise apartment glitters. Cameras catch Yu's car arriving. Inside, voices. A gathering of 17 names. Some you know. Others you don't. Alcohol is poured. The music softens. At 2 a.m., Yu stands on the balcony. It's high. You hear a gasp. Then, nothing. Scene 5, dawn. A body. Police tape. Accidental fall after drinking, they say. The camera pulls back to show the museum lights still on. The tunnel beneath continues to hum, unseen. Scene 6, the brother watches. Through his lens, the industry shifts. A tweet disappears. Listings of the luxury apartment plunge in value. Netizens scrawl sunshine upper east equals trap. You might ask, why should I care? Because this is more than entertainment news. It's a blueprint for understanding how power, image and suppression work in any society. The story of Yu Menglong becomes a mirror to a world where fame is precarious, influence is hidden, control is underground, literally. The tickets you buy to a film may not be the only thing you're funding. Stick around because we'll peel back the metaphors and show you how the tunnel under the museum is a symbol of every system where risk lies beneath the glitter. What you'll take away. By the end of this video, you'll have a vivid mental picture of the museum tunnel and its chilling implications. Insight into how one actor's fall became a flashpoint in the battle between national image and individual truth. An understanding of how the celebrity industry politics triangle functions in one of the world's most opaque systems. And a catalyst. When you watch Glitz and Glamour next time, see the tunnels beneath. Reports show the apartment complex of that ill-fated night, Sunshine Upper East, belongs to Beijing's high-end enclave. Residents reportedly rushed to sell units the week after Yu's death. Why? Fear. Rumors swirl of threats, hush money, and watchers in the shadows. An environment where silence is enforced not by guns, but by real estate panic and social media deletion. We see a different kind of power. Not just the red carpet, but the red stamp. The scene, cameras filming, agents directing, but a corridor beneath keeps whispering. The tunnel is the metaphor turned infrastructure. Several fascinating details. Chinese social media, posts about Yu's death were quickly scrubbed. Police arrested accounts allegedly spreading false rumors about his death. The official narrative, sudden fall, intoxication, no foul play. But the speed and breadth of control over the messaging raised alarms globally. Think of actors, singers, film crews. They're not just creatives, they're assets. In this story, elites allegedly used the entertainment industry as a channel, money laundering, influence operations, even political risk mitigation. Yu's alleged final text to his mother, that family has problems. Leaked, unverified. Online, a USB discovered inside his body. Not verified, but the story spreads. Data, entertainment, politicians, and tunnels. A tunnel under a museum is surreal, right? But symbolically, the public sees the art, the facade, the big hall. They don't see the basement, the corridor, the back door. That corridor is where deals happen. Where names get crossed out. Where power works quietly. It's the difference between the image and the engine. The glitzy award show, and the private door with no sign. When you talk about Imprisoned long ago in Qihao Museum's tunnel, you're talking about someone whose movement, career, voice was controlled beneath the glare. Under one version of events, Yu was taken through the tunnel, held, threatened, moved. Then the apartment high-rise scene. Then the fall. Then the narrative control. Beijing watchers point to multiple episodes where young artists die unexpectedly, agencies close, names vanish. The system works like this: you succeed. You touch too much. You vanish. The media says accident. The fans wonder. The authorities silence. The tunnel remains. Of course, we must note these are reports, rumors, and largely unverified claims. Official statements in China remain unchanged. Yu's death was ruled accidental. But that veracity doesn't reduce the value of the story. It's not just about what is proven, it's about what the pattern suggests, how it resonates in culture, and why people believe. The tunnel might be myth, but the belief becomes part of the truth. The mystery didn't stop at Yu Menglong's tragic fall. That was only the public ending, the curtain call they wanted the world to see. What if I told you that the story began long before that night, deep beneath the ground of Beijing's most luxurious cultural site, the Qihao Museum? The tunnel wasn't some random rumor. It had a history. A dark one. Old workers who once handled renovations there whispered that the tunnel was sealed off after a security incident years ago. But the strange part: every worker who spoke about it later vanished from the city's public directories, names erased as if they never existed. And then came the chilling twist: Yu Menglong had been there. Imagine this scene. It's midnight at the Qihao Museum, the marble floors glistening with leftover reflections from a star-studded charity gala. The laughter of producers and investors still echoes in the vast hall. But somewhere behind the museum's closed exhibit wing C door, two guards quietly swipe keycards. The red light blinks green. The door slides open. Beyond that lies a staircase, downward. The air grows colder. The walls, unlike the polished marble above, are raw concrete. Lights flicker, and an eerie metallic sound hums from deeper within. According to whispers from a former museum contractor, Yu had been seen that night escorted by two men in black suits, faces covered. He wasn't resisting, but his expression said everything. Fear. Resignation. Silence. The question is why? Sources close to the entertainment industry claim Yu had come across something in his film projects, evidence of money laundering linked to powerful individuals. Something so explosive, so politically toxic, it could shatter the carefully constructed image of Beijing's cultural elite. And the Qihao Museum, a place meant for art and beauty, was allegedly being used as the perfect cover. But Yu Menglong, known for his quiet defiance, refused to stay silent. That night, the guards led him through the museum's back corridors, through the basement filled with forgotten props and antique crates. They reached a cold iron gate. Beyond it, a tunnel stretching farther than any museum map showed. The hum of underground ventilation. The flicker of an old surveillance camera. He was locked inside for hours. The next morning, his car appeared back at the luxury apartment complex. No one saw him leave the museum. The security cameras were mysteriously down for maintenance. By evening, Yu was dead. The fall from the balcony officially ruled an accident after drinking. But here's where it gets darker. An anonymous employee from the museum reported hearing a scream the night before Yu's death, a sharp echo from deep underground. When the noise was investigated, the entire security team was replaced the next day. Every one of them signed a lifelong non-disclosure agreement. Even more bizarre, a truck marked Cultural Restoration Unit left the museum at 3:42 a.m. that night. No log of its driver. No cargo listed. Some say that truck never went to any restoration site. It was last spotted near the same high-rise where Yu was found dead hours later. Coincidence, or connection? Meanwhile, fans who tried to visit the museum days later reported new barriers and guards around the east wing. Access restricted. A construction sign placed overnight. No official notice. But this is where the story takes an unbelievable turn. A whistleblower, someone from the inside, leaked fragments of what looked like internal surveillance screenshots. Grainy. Shadowy. But one image captured a figure that resembled Yu, eyes open, tied to a metal chair under a harsh overhead light. Behind him stood a man whose badge bore an insignia linked to a private security company owned by none other than Xi Yuanping, the powerful brother of China's top leader. Now think about that for a second. If this is true, it means that Yu's disappearance wasn't just about silencing a celebrity. It was about control over what the public sees, hears, and even dares to believe. They didn't just want Yu's voice gone. They wanted his memory buried beneath marble and art. A museum becomes a metaphor, beauty above, horror below. In the weeks after his death, several celebrities in Beijing deleted all posts mentioning him. Production companies cancelled projects he was attached to. And that hidden museum wing? Rumor says it's now permanently sealed off. Visitors report strange sounds when passing that side of the building, rhythmic, metallic clanks as if someone was still, alive beneath. One security guard, later fired, claimed he once heard faint tapping at night from beneath the floors. 3 knocks, pause, 3 knocks again, he said. He laughed nervously when asked what he did next. I left the shift. Never went back. The tunnel is said to connect not only the Qihao Museum but several government-owned structures around the area, a network built during the Cold War and forgotten by the public. But someone, somewhere, repurposed it. That's why the rumor calls it the Black Corridor. And the theory grows deeper. Some insiders believe you wasn't the first. Other actors and singers who vanished due to stress or contract issues were reportedly last seen attending private events in that same museum. Names like Bai Shi, Zhu Feiran all gone from the spotlight overnight. Are we looking at a pattern? Or a perfectly orchestrated illusion? In one particularly disturbing claim, an anonymous message sent to a Beijing entertainment blogger read, "He was down there. Qihao's East Wing. They showed him the truth. Then they erased him. Don't ask questions." The blogger deleted their post minutes later. Their account has been silent ever since. What makes this story impossible to ignore is the precision, the timing, the erasures, the silence. It feels like watching a movie directed by someone who controls reality itself. And here's the twist that chills to the bone. The Qihao Museum's new exhibition for 2025. It's called Echoes Beneath the Surface. No description. No images released. Only a haunting tagline printed on its poster. What you see is never all that exists. Coincidence, or a message. Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: Yu Menglong's legacy didn't die with him. His story has become a symbol for something much bigger, the battle between art and authority, between freedom and control, between the spotlight and the shadows below it. So next time you see a photo of a smiling actor on the red carpet, ask yourself what lies beneath. Was Yu Menglong really imprisoned long ago in that hidden tunnel? Or was the tunnel a metaphor for every silenced truth in a world where image is everything? Either way, his name continues to echo, like footsteps in that underground corridor, refusing to fade. Before you scroll away, if this story gave you chills, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more shocking and eye-opening investigations like this one. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe the Qihao Museum's tunnel really exists? Was Yu Menglong's accident a cover-up? And what do you think Echoes Beneath the Surface truly means? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be replying to the most interesting theories. Stay curious, stay brave, because some truths can only be found beneath the surface.